Hey, it's been a while since I've seen you. I hope everything is going good in your life. It's been over a year now since the Batman came out, and I can still remember what my initial thoughts were going into the movie. It wasn't about whether Robert Pattinson would be a good Batman, if the Riddler would live up to the hype from the trailers, or if Matt Reeves was going to make the best Batman adaptation that we had seen yet. After hearing the casting choices for the characters, my thoughts were all around one man, this character, the Penguin. I love the Penguin, you love the Penguin, we all love the cold, calculating, resourceful, intelligent, resentful man
who's distinguished by his rotund figure, top hat, monocle, and umbrella wearing that defines his name as the Penguin.
So when I first heard Colin Farrell was going to be portraying our beloved Oswald Cobblepot, my first thought was, this guy? Huh? Not a snowball's chance. He doesn't possess any of the physical characteristics of the Penguin. So then I thought maybe they would be doing something similar to the Gotham TV series and the Telltale series, with him looking more handsome but more of an anti-Bruce Wayne. But after watching the trailer, the first thing I could think is Colin Farrell lost his role
and got recast by someone else.
But I was too stunned to speak when I realized they had transformed this into this. After seeing the movie, I realized I couldn't have been more wrong in my life. I was so used to seeing the CGI and special effects in these superhero movies.
Matt Reeves finally brought something fresh into the superhero movie genre.
I went back to the roots of filmmaking by handcrafting each character's costumes and using minimal special effects throughout the movie. Watching the Penguin was one of the best parts of the movie, and after it was finished, I was left wanting more of the character. But then, the almighty man himself, Matt Reeves, decided to give the fans what we wanted, a new show to not only give us more of this cold and manipulative character, but to also help build the universe, his universe, where he can now introduce more of Batman's rogue gallery. Character development is important. Now, we haven't had many adaptations of the Penguin outside the comics. We saw him in the Batman Returns, the animated series, Arkham City games, Gotham TV show, and now again in the Batman. Each iteration of the character has been portrayed differently, but this character still has so much left to show the audience, and now we're finally going to get to see how it all starts. The thing that's so amazing about this Reeves verse is that we really do get to see the origin of all our characters. Riddler, although somewhat established, was still in the beginning stages, and I think Joker will help unlock his full potential. Joker and Batman are still in the early stages of developing their relationship, as we saw from the deleted scene after the movie was released. And with the Penguin, we'll get to see him battle for the throne now that Falcone has died. Penguin is one of Batman's most underrated villains. Many of us forget the character,
but he's the most methodical,
calculated criminal from his rogue gallery. We have the opportunity to see him fight against Sofia and Alberto Falcone, Salvatore Maroni, and the rest of the mob families to take power over the criminal enterprise in Gotham, and possibly even make his way all the way up to becoming mayor like we've seen in the comics. There is so much room for this character to grow and blossom. Just from the trailer, we can see that the show resembles the tone and environment we got in Batman, but at the same time, it's able to show that this Penguin series will be its own thing. The vision matters, and that's why it's so important that Matt Reeves fought to get the independence that he needed, so no one from WB to interfere in these movies. Because Matt Reeves has a vision, and he has shown time and time again how committed he is to the tone. He has made banger after banger from all his previous movies, and he has never shied away from putting us into the world or into the mind of a character. The Penguin is one of the most enduring enemies. We now have the opportunity to understand where this comes from, how it was formulated. How did the Penguin become so resilient and make his way to the top, being able to take over the criminal underworld? It's like we've got the Sopranos in Gotham City. It won't even matter if Batman shows up for a cameo, because all eyes will be on who takes the crown of the underworld. His rise to power matters. It really does. It matters. If Penguin just showed up in Batman 2 and we got a 30-second recap on how he became the king, we wouldn't be as invested in the character. Now we have the chance to see his struggle, his hardships, and how he fights his way to the top. His mother will play a prevalent role in his upbringing. She's the one person he can trust and shares everything with, even though she's suffering from early Lewy body dementia. We have a chance to connect with this character on a personal level, and this is why we trust Matt Reeves' vision, because of his commitment to the tone and letting the audience connect with the character. That's what makes the Penguin character so special. He doesn't have powers or abilities. He's not a trained fighter or a gunman. All he has is intellect. Matt Reeves' vision is to show us why people consider the Penguin cold, calculated, and manipulative. Because that's who he is as a person. That's how he's been able to rise to power, by outsmarting everyone else in the room. And that's why he's become one of Batman's most enduring villains. We also finally get the chance to see what it's like from the criminal's perspective. I'm not talking about the BS we've gone from Marvel and DC in the past. I'm sick of watching villains get put into these shows or movies as anti-heroes. Venom should never have been an anti-hero. That absolute trash of the Morbius movie should have never been an anti-hero. And I'm terrified to see what Sony will do with Kraven the Hunter, but I can probably expect the same dodge shit that we've got in the past. Now I get it, Sony is completely different from the MCU, but we have never got a true series or film where we see the villain depicted as the villain and won. The Joker movie is an exception and an excellent movie at showing us what it's like for the villain to achieve everything he is looking for. The Joker wanted chaos, and that's exactly what he was able to do. But that takes place before any heroes were established in Gotham. The Penguin series has a chance to do something that we've never seen before. We can watch the Penguin making his way to the top while also having a variable of the Batman. We don't need Batman to actually show up in the show, but Batman is supposed to instill fear into criminals. Let us see the impact he has had on Gotham as criminals hide or consider every move with the thought of Batman showing up. Christopher Nolan hit on this point in one scene in The Dark Knight when Joker arrives to this meeting. We get to see how criminals conduct business in the daylight so they don't get caught by the Batman at night. I want to feel that adrenaline that these criminals feel when they get away with a crime, knowing Batman won't be able to catch them. I want to feel that rush they feel when Batman's presence is near, and I want to feel that fear when they think they're about to get captured by the Batman. Anyways, that's it for the video. I look forward to seeing the full trailer once it finally drops and how the show will unfold once it's finally out. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please take care of yourselves. Stay happy. I will see you all next time.